Denovic here again, my fellow wingers, and welcome to a new season of the Inswinger. So, after an eternity, the 2022-23 Premier League campaign kicks off this weekend. So, I'll try my hand at predicting how the Premier League table will look come the end of the season. Although the last time I tried this, I had the most rubbish one-man talk for 12 minutes. But still, that doesn't matter because me I go try again. And guess what? I'm going for 15 out of 20 predictions right. No joke. But before that, if you're new to the channel, just press that subscribe button. Like nothing about it, just press it. And become a part of this football empire. And for those already subscribed, thanks for your continued support. Alright, prediction time. Let's go. #20th, Bournemouth. Rooted at the foot of the table, I think will be Bournemouth. The second place team in the championship to be promoted this season. So these guys are back in the Premier League for the first time since the 1920 season, where they finished the campaign in 18th with 34 points. And I don't think they'll fare much better this time. As a matter of fact, I think they may be worse. Yeah, them scored 74 goals in the championship last season, but seriously, how much goals do you think will come out of this squad in the Premier League? Like seriously, look on it. It has championship standard written all over it. And with no notable signings of intent being made, Scott Parker gonna have him hands full this season. 19th, Fulham. Joining Bournemouth in relegation is the team that finished one place above them in the championship last season to win it, Fulham. This team is back in the league since the 2021 season. And it's been a while since Fulham has last made an impression in the Premier League after finishing 18th that season with 28 points and scoring just 27 goals. Yeah, just 27. Alexander Mitrovic yet again scored an impressive 43 goals in the championship last season, and that's where he'll have to go back to score them because he too has yet to make an impact in the Premier League. And he's had his chances. Still, they've made some decent signings, but we've seen that before. And I think they'll Fulham their way back down to the championship. 18th. Leeds United. The final team to be relegated, I believe, will be Leeds United. They survived the drop last season, being 3 points above the relegation zone, but I don't think they'll be as fortunate this time around. They lost the best manager the club has seen for some time midway through last season, and has seen their two best players leave for Barcelona and Manchester City this summer, without having yet effectively replacing them. Leeds have been imploding since last season, and it will finally catch up to them. They will continue conceding goals for fun after conceding 79 last term, with only the hopeless Norwich conceding more, and that says a lot. 17th, Brentford. There will be some form of second season syndrome experienced by Brentford this season, albeit not too detrimental to their survival hopes, as I believe they will finish 17th, just above the drop zone. The fall off will be evident, however, as this will be lower than their decent 13th place that they achieved in their debut season last year. And this will be mainly down to the departure of Christian Eriksen. The Danish playmaker injected that much needed quality into the Brentford squad after joining in the middle of the season and contributed significantly to their mid-table finish. However, Eriksen is now at Old Trafford and the lack of a quality replacement will be an issue. 16th, Nottingham Forest. Did you know that Nottingham Forest has 2 European Cups or Champions Leagues? Well, that's the statistic that most rival fans tend to bring up when they want to tear down certain clubs. But still, it's good to see a giant of the English game back in the Premier League as Forest gained promotion from the Championship after beating Huddersfield Town 1-0 in the playoff final. And it seems to me they're doing enough to stay in the league, as at the time of writing, they have made 13 signings, bringing in some much needed quality and some Premier League experience, with Man United duo Jesse Lingard and Dean Henderson coming in honour-free and on loan respectively. With that said, Forest 16th. 15th, Southampton. So I have Southampton exactly where they ended last season, in 15th. And I mean, not much has changed for the Saints. There are no serious statement signings to speak of, and the brightest sparks that they had in a few positions are now currently injured in Tino Livramento or has returned to their parent club from loan as Armando Broja has gone back to Chelsea. But Southampton aren't in a good place right now. They won less than 10 games last season along with Leeds and the relegated teams. Plus, it seems like every year they get 9 goals scored against them or some other form of demolition. And right now it's just the other teams to decide which one of them are going to do the damage. 14th, Everton, a slight improvement on last season, a 14th place prediction compared to their 16th place last time out is not necessarily a result of improvements in the squad, but more of the teams around them being worse off right now. But let's see, Super Frank now has the opportunity for a full season at the helm. And this is his chance to turn things around at Goodison Park and start showing that he's among the best young managerial minds, because right now, we not really see it. But he helped Everton survive last season in dramatic fashion and made some solid signings this summer in James Tarkowski, Ruben Vinagre and Dwight McNeil, albeit with Richarlison leaving for Spurs. 13th. Crystal Palace. I think there will be a slight drop off in Palace's position come the end of the season, as the effect of Conor Gallagher's departure will be an immense one, as the Englishman has returned to Chelsea from his loan deal. He directly contributed to 22% of Crystal Palace's goals last season, and given how important some of those goal involvements were, and with no direct replacement signed or emerging in the squad, I think it will be a 13th place finish. Regardless, Patrick Vieira has done really well with this Palace squad, having them playing fluid and free-flowing football, and that will still count for something. 12. Brighton and Hove Albion. 9th place last season, 12th place this season. And this is simply because I think the Seagulls overachieved last year after drawing 15 games, the most in the league and most of which came from winning positions. Graham Potter's tactics has had its admirers over the past few seasons. However, the lack of a goal threat in the side has always been a weakness in my opinion, even though their defensive capabilities have been of a decent standard. Also, the first 11 has taken a hit with the departures of the midfield rock Yves Bissouma and left back Mark Cucurella, and these will result in Brighton's decline. 11th. Leicester City. Leicester City will finish in 11th place this season, which is a significant drop off from their 8th place last campaign, and this is because the Foxes have seen it wise up to this point to not sign a single player since the opening of the summer transfer window. Yeah, 0, nil, and this shows the lack of ambition that it really takes to challenge for European places in the Premier League, especially with other clubs around them strengthening. Also, they are on the verge of losing the spine of their team, with Kasper Schmeichel already on the move to Nice, and Wes Fofana, Yuri Tielemans and James Maddison all linked with moves away from the King Power. But when I have time though, Leicester, when I have it up on the thing. 10th. West Ham. West Ham enjoyed a relatively good season last year, finishing in 7th place and picking up that Europa Conference League qualifier spot. However, I still believe they'll finish in the top half, but in 10th place this time around. Though impressive, last season would have brought disappointment to some Hammers fans, given the form their team were enjoying midway throughout the campaign, only to see a run of poor results at the tail end of the season, coupled with Europa League knockout stage disappointment as well. They will play Conference League football this season, and this could potentially result in a dip in league performance. 9th. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Always defensively solid. Wolverhampton Wanderers had the 5th best defense in the top flight last season based on goals conceded, and I think they will maintain this solidity under Bruno Lage, but they do need to score more goals, and I believe that the return of Pedro Neto to the squad after being out with injury will help in this regard. More impact signings will be needed however, but if Lage can get Raul Jimenez back to his former self and Hwang Hee-chan firing, Wolves will finish 9th in the league this season. 8th. Aston Villa. Sure, this must be the season for Steven Gerrard and Aston Villa, as their 14th place in the league last time out is viewed by most as a massive disappointment. But nah lie, before Villa take the field this season, the signs are looking good. Philippe Coutinho is now officially a Villa employee. Leon Bailey is on top form coming out of pre-season, and the signings of Boubacar Kamara and Diego Carlos are adding to a very talented squad already from top to bottom. But as you can see, the club is willing to spend, and I believe that one more impactful signing may be left before the transfer window closes. But as it stands, it's 8th place for Aston Villa. 7th. Newcastle United. Improving on their 11th place finishing, I believe that 7th place will go to the richest club on the planet, Newcastle United. The Magpies enjoyed a strong conclusion to last season with the addition of Bruno Guimaraes to the team and many other smart signings, which resulted in them climbing out of a relegation dogfight to finish just outside of the top half. But for the richest club on planet Earth, Newcastle are being pretty modest, and I think we will see the results of their smart business in the market, even though I think they could make just one more massive signing just to make a statement. Come on, Castle, I don't want to have it. 6. Manchester United. Carry on, not much to see here. Just Manchester United finishing in 6th place where they finished last season. And to be honest, this is not down to a lack of effort on their part, because the signing of Christian Eriksen has been a brilliant one. and Tyrell Malacia and Lisandro Martinez coming in is good business. But I do believe that the 5 teams that finished above Manchester United last season have done enough to keep things that way, hence this placing. Now I know it will be more interesting to see how the saga with Man United legend Cristiano Ronaldo plays out, and if any more signings will be made before the window closes. But more importantly, what effect will Erik ten Hag have on this underperforming giant? 5th, Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, I know. Tottenham has been uncharacteristically busy in the transfer market, with the notable signings of Ivan Perisic, Yves Bissouma, Richarlison and Clement Langley all coming in, with a total of 8 signings being made. But I can't help but think that they'll do worse than their 4th place finish last year and finish 5th, and again, not due to a lack of effort. And yes, again, I know it's a controversial one given all the preseason work that Antonio Conte has put into the squad, but given his addiction to success, I believe Spurs will see some success this season and win a trophy, either the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, but it will not be enough in the league, especially with Champions League football to consider as well. 4th, Arsenal. And to pip Spurs to the Champions League spot is Arsenal in 4th, improving on their 5th place finish last season, where they were really the masters of their own demise. However, I think Mikel Arteta and his team has been getting it right so far in the transfer window, with some brilliant signings being made. More notably both Gabriel Jesus and Alexander Zinchenko from Manchester City. These signings have added a crucial part of what was missing from Arteta's squad, and it is that experience of winning and players that have been there and done that. And while some would argue that these were some minor parts in an efficient Man City machine, I think they were more important than many believe, and it will be seen at some point this season. 3rd, Chelsea. Back where they finished last season, I believe Chelsea will be the closest team to the top 2 yet again and finish in 3rd place. Thomas Tuchel is currently one of the most brilliant minds in the game and has managed to keep the team extremely competitive, even with many unwanted distractions last season. And guess what? The signing of Raheem Sterling from Man City I believe falls in the top 3 signings of the summer so far. And this was then complemented with the signings of Kalidou Koulibaly and Marc Cucurella. And trust me, one of the league's most impressive defenses combined with these signings should only spell danger for the rest of the league. Trust me, you see it already. Nothing nah score. 2nd, Liverpool. Nah lie, my heart a tell me something, but my mind a tell me something else. Don't follow it. Not yet. So here what? 2nd place yet again goes to Jurgen Klopp's Reds. A massive 92 points was not enough for Liverpool last season as they lost by 1 point on the final day in dramatic fashion. But I think it will be just as close again, albeit the Reds will be without one of the best players in the world over the last few seasons, Sadio Mane, who left for Bayern Munich this summer. However, the signing of Darwin Núñez represents a shift in approach by Klopp this season, and the commitment of Mo Salah's future to the Reds means the elephant has now departed Anfield. So now, nothing less than another season of exhilarating football expected from Liverpool. 1st, Manchester City. And in 1st place, it will yet again be Manchester City, one of the strongest teams that the division has ever seen, as they aim to go for a 3rd consecutive Premier League title, a feat not seen since Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United in the mid-2000s. The signing of Erling Haaland represents the capture of one of the best young players on the planet and an absolute goal machine from the Bundesliga. And with quality present in every single corner of this team, it's extremely hard for anyone to bet against Pep Guardiola's winning machine. Not many would want to see one team exerting such a stronghold on what is dubbed the world's most competitive league. But guess what? We can't fight quality. And with that said, City win again.